welcome to another Forge Denier video. I wanted to do something a little bit different than what I had been doing. This video is an actual how-to, so this is a tutorial, informational, educational, whatever you need from it. This is how to make a draw knife. In this video I'm making two draw knives because I actually needed the item for future projects. So in the process I figured I'd film it, put it out on YouTube as a how-to. So I used materials that I had available. Now, with a draw knife, you want hardenable steel. You want to treat it like a blade, because it is. You're just making a different kind of blade. So, whatever supplier you get your materials from, make sure that you have hardenable steel. So, 10 series metals, W2, any of these metals that can be turned into a blade, or tool steels. Tool steels are also hardenable. So, but the point is, hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it right now. Alright, so in this video of how to make a draw knife, what I've done is I've taken two pieces of steel that I just got from a supplier. One of them is 2 inches wide by a 1/4 inch thick. This is 1095. And this one is about 1.5 inches wide by 3/16 of an inch thick. And about like 5 inches and change. Now, the length of the piece doesn't really matter. What matters is how big of a blade edge you want in your draw knife. So for me, I went for about 4 inches. That's going to be the knife edge. I'm not going to touch that for the whole of this forging process. What I'm actually going to be touching are these side pieces. Now, all I did was take an angle grinder and cut a slot into this, onto both of them. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up, and then I'm going to slowly bend this material out to make the handle. And this is going to be my mini draw knife. This is going to be my full-sized one. That's why I'm doing two. So if you need something to start to move that out, use a hot cut hardy. It'll act as a wedge that'll start to move the material out, and that's how I'm going to go about doing this. So I'm going to throw these into the forge, and you'll see how I start to move that material out and get these formed. Now that we've gotten our draw knife handles pulled out, you can start to see it taking the shape. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to start to draw this out and bring it down and then curve it. curve it down so that these can be the handles. And then this is going to be our actual edge. Now all the edge is going to be done on a belt grinder, but if you have a thicker piece, like this 1/4 inch thick 1095, I suppose you could go ahead and forge in the bevel if you really wanted to. Let's get these forged out into the handles, and then we'll talk about quenching. Got our draw knives forged out. Time to grind in the bevels. So we're about to go and quench. Got the bevels ground in on both of these. Once we quench, we'll temper. Let's ever wondering if your blade quenched or not, look for this patterning on it. When you look close, you'll see it has a distinct look to it. This is martensite. This is basically what metal turns into when it's quenched and hardened. So if you see martensite, you probably got the quench. If you don't, probably didn't harden. And here we go. We have our 2 draw knives done. So I did a mini one, and you can see this one I did out of 1080, simply because that was the material that I had. Then I did a larger one. And yes, I know that one handle is a little bit larger. That is fine. That gives me a good anchor point to hold in one hand while I use the other to, you know, start to work the material. And this one was 1/4 inch thick 1095, and that was just the material that I had. So all that's left, you know, they're at a temper now and they've cooled off. All that's left for this is to go over the edge one more time with an actual sharpening stone, and yeah, they're done. So that's my how to make a draw knife. So hope you guys found it informational. I am definitely going to be using these in my upcoming projects. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys found it enjoyable. This video ran a little bit longer than I intended, but it was also an educational kind of motif. So, hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Do any of these. They really help the channel out. Share it with a friend who might be starting their own business, their own forge, their own woodworking deal. You know, the whole point of it was to try to help anybody who's just breaking into the craft. So, hope you guys liked it. Stay safe. Keep forging.